Namaste. Namaste. Just make sure you're in that comfortable seated position. Pull your cheeks back. Ground yourself into the earth. And then just close your eyes. Gently take your shoulders, lift them, roll them down your back, placing your hands on your knees or in your lap. Lengthen your spine just a little more by lifting the top of your head towards the ceiling. And just feel grounded, stable in the mat below you, on the mat below you. Just begin to bring your mind into the present. Understand you're not meant to be anywhere else but where you are at this very moment. So be here. Anything that came before this moment no longer exists except in the form of memory. Anything beyond this moment is merely an anticipation of something that has not yet arrived and therefore does not exist. So begin to be present just by being aware of any sounds happening around you. By acknowledging and feeling your presence on the mat. And just by being aware of your energy and the impact it has on everybody around you, including the plants, the rocks, the water, the air. So just take a moment to gently shift it to a place of gratitude. Be grateful for 4 things you have in your life, including this moment, this breath. Begin to quieten the mind with each exhale as if the mind were a muscle that you are relaxing. There is no point in trying to make it empty or to control it. Just surrender it on each exhale by giving it less and less influence over you. And then gently step into your body and just make a note of where your body is at. As we move into a full body stretch today, be aware of where you are holding tension, where maybe you are holding an injury. Just take a moment to take a scan of your body and just connect with it. So as you move into the practice, you are moving into a practice from a place of awareness. Now take a moment to just check in and acknowledge your emotions, your feelings at this moment. Understanding they are part of being human. So observe them from a place of your consciousness, your soul. Knowing they are not you. They are part of the human disposition, and they often arrive to teach you something about yourself. So give them the attention and the acknowledgement they are asking for. Now gently begin to observe your breath. We're going to start with pause breath today. The way it works is you're still expanding the belly, the chest, the head. But with each inhale, we're going to pause in between. So as I guide you, I'll ask you to inhale to just gently expand the belly and then pause the breath. Then continue the inhale into the chest, the underarms, pause the breath. Then fill the head and hold the breath around your third eye or down at your solar plexus in relaxation. Then you will exhale down to your chest, pause. Release the chest, pause. Then release the belly, pause. You will always take 2 normal breaths between each pause breath. I will guide you for the first one. Then you will continue at your own rhythm until I ask you to stop. And we begin now. Inhale the belly, pause. Inhale the chest, pause. Inhale into the head, hold. Exhale to the bottom of the neck, pause. Exhale the chest, pause. Exhale, release the belly, and take 2 normal breaths. Now continue at your own rhythm for approximately 3 to 4 breaths. Now begin to get rid of the pauses and take a couple of deep breaths, the same system but without the pauses. Now let's take 5 breaths, in for 5, out for 5, and I will guide you. On the inhale, literally feel your body expand with air. And on the exhale, relax the shoulders, the body, the lungs, the breath. And let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Bring your breathing back to normal. Place your hands over your heart and set your intention today for a change you want in you or in your life. Bring the palms of your hands together, thumb touching your heart. Not yet, I can hear you. And we begin our journey with our Om, and we begin our inhale now. Okay, now you can rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take a deep inhale. Deep sigh. Lower your hands, open your eyes, release the legs. Just give them a little shake. Good. Just give the toes a little stretch if you can. Separate them, move them around. And we're going to start with our toes. So come into your toe stretch. Don't worry, this is not yin. You will not be here for 2 minutes. So spread the toes as far apart as you can get the little piggies. But your feet are very close together. Once you're here, drop on your knees. Tuck the little toe in. Good. Turn the palm upwards. Drop the chin to your chest. And take 5 breaths here. In for 4, back down to 1. Just focus on the breath and relaxing into the pose. One more breath. Release the toes. Let the big toes touch with your feet flat. Come onto your heels. If you need a block, place a block. Bring the hands back. Lift the knees. If you need to, place a block underneath them. There is no shame in using a block. It's just lifting the earth towards you. So Simon, in your case, keep your hands behind you or use a block, but place your hands here and lift. And drop your chest towards your knees and your chin towards your chest. Good. Stay here for 5 breaths. Relax your face. Just follow the inhale. Finish your exhale. And one more breath. Slow one. Long exhale. And release. You're going to grab a block. I'm going to turn around just to show you what it looks like. When you come onto the block, you're going to put your toes
on the edge of the block. Well, not on the edge, or the block will flip over. And we're going to start to stretch our calves. So you're in your downward dog. You're going to inhale, exhale, just lower the right heel as far down as you can so you stretch the calf muscle. Then inhale and do the other one. So come into your downward dog with your feet on the blocks. It's only me who is backwards, so you can see it. So toes on the block, heels off, inhale here. Long exhale, lower the right heel as far as you can and stay here. Then inhale onto both toes. Exhale, lower the left heel. Just keep doing this at your own rhythm, alternating heels. You can even bend the other leg that's not being stretched. One more on each side. And then come onto both toes, and then exhale, lower both heels. So your feet are on the block, just the heels are off the block, and push the heels down towards the floor. Move your shoulders away from your ears, spread the fingers, pull your belly button into your spine, and then push the backs of your legs towards the wall behind you, lowering those heels. Take a couple of breaths here. Slowly release the feet off the block. Walk your hands to your feet. Slowly roll up. Chin into your chest. Your head is the last thing that comes up. And then shake. Shake it out. Wake up the skin. Remember, tap the head, shoulders. Good. Just before we start, let's clean out our lungs. So move further to the back of your mat. We're not like breathing all over each other. Good. This is the way it looks. When you inhale, you're going to tap the lungs as you inhale. When you get to the top of the inhale, you're going to pat. Normally try and do a little more at the top right side where we hold respiratory diseases, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth. So start with your tapping finger. Inhale, tap the lungs. Hold, pat. Fingers out, exhale. And again. And exhale. And one more. Exhale. Shake it out. Grab your blocks and just place them beside you. Come into your mountain. Toes slightly inwards, heels slightly outwards, knees and thighs pulled upwards, pelvis neutral. Pull in from your solar plexus, shoulders down your back, fingers spread. Tuck your chin in a little. Lengthen your spine, squeeze your skeleton. Every muscle is engaged here. So take a couple of breaths. Inhale up. Long exhale down. Inhale half. Exhale, bring the right leg back. Come into a low lunge. Take your blocks. We're going to start with the psoas muscle here. Blocks in line with your shoulders, back straight. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hips, open the chest. Take 4 breaths here. In for 4, back down to 1. With each exhale, just relax into it. We're stretching, we're not strengthening.
So the more you relax the muscle, the easier it is to stretch it. And just keep the alignment with the upper body and the blocks. Either focus on the tip of your nose, a spot in front of you, or close your eyes, wherever you can focus. Good, then just drop this block, both blocks for a moment. Place the right hand in line with the shoulder, move the left foot over. So we're going to move to the quad, push the knee away, bring the hand back, and grab the foot, and lower the hips, looking slightly upwards. So if you can't get to this, Rosa, you can bring this leg back, lay on your stomach, and pull the heel, just start with one, the heel into the bum. So you feel the stretch in your quad. Good, and hold. Hold for 2 more deep breaths. Exhaling, surrendering deeper into it. And slowly release. Bring the left leg back. We'll do the right quad before we do the hip flexor, so change sides. Push the knee away. Bring the arm back. Lower the hip, open the chest. Look slightly upwards. Good. Really lower the hips. To go deeper, pull that heel in towards your bum. Look slightly upwards, push into the left hand. Just breathe into the stretch. The muscle doesn't contract and hurt you. Good, slowly release. Bring both hands here. Before we come into the hip flexor, bring the right leg back for a second into a downward dog. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale here. And another one. Good. Now I have forgotten what leg we were doing. Bring the left leg forward. Yes? No. Bring the right leg forward. Yes, that feels better. Like, okay, hello, we haven't been stretched. Hands in line with your shoulders. And then just slowly lower the hips. Relax the hips, the legs. This is the only pose where it's okay if the knee overtakes the ankle. Good. We're going to come into the back of our leg now. So bring the left hip in line with the knee. Bring the blocks in line with your chest. And then take the right foot and kick it forward. Turn the toes towards the knee. Now take a moment and make sure your hips are in line, that the right hip is not forward and the left hip is back. Make sure the left hip is in line with the knee. Then take a deep inhale, look forward. Leading from the heart, lower, looking forward, so you're only lowering from the waist. Then look at a spot on the floor in front of you. If you're quite flexible in the backs of your legs, you can drop your hands to the mat or a lower part of the block. But the most important thing is the front leg is straight. You're looking slightly forward. Your back is flat. Your chest is open. So you feel it from the heel all the way down to your sitting bone, the thing you were sitting on when we started, because that's where your hamstrings are connected to. Take 3 more breaths. In for 4, back down to 1. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Now with either the blocks or just your hands, walk your hands a little forward. Start to drop the foot towards the mat and round your back chin to your chest so you feel it in your shin. Relax your jaw, your mouth. Good. To come out of it, bring the hand on the inside, bring the right leg back. Come onto your blocks. Bring the left leg forward. Open the chest. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, bring the right hip in line with the knee. Extend the foot forward. Make sure the blocks are in line with your chest. Toes are curled back. Make sure your hips are in line, so if you need to touch your bottom, touch your bottom. Look forward, inhale here. Exhale, lower, looking forward, keeping the chest open until you get to the place where you are comfortably uncomfortable. Curl the toe back to deepen the stretch. Lengthen the spine. So really feel your back is flat. There's no rounding in it. Keep that left hip pulled back a little, right hip fold forward. Take 4 breaths. Relax the face, the shoulders, the muscle you're stretching. Inhale, visualize the air going to the hamstring. Exhale, use your breath to sink deeper into it. Good. Slowly walk the hands forward, dropping the toe. Round the back, chin to your chest. Keep that jaw relaxed. We tend to clench a little here. Good. Bring the hand on the inside. Bring this leg back. Hands in line with your shoulders. Spread the fingers. Lift the knees. Bring the bum over the heels, adjusting the lower body first. Then lower the heels into your downward dog. Shoulders down your back. Focus on your belly button. Spread the fingers so your shoulders are rolling outwards. Pull the belly button into your spine. Backs of your legs towards the wall, your bum up into the air. Take 3 breaths. Come onto your knees, cross the ankles, come onto your bum and spread the legs. Let's move into the inside of our legs. If you want to use a block, you can use a block, 2, half. But make sure when you come down, your thighs roll in slightly. Your toes are back. Move your cheeks away from your crack. Where else would you move them away from? Take an inhale here. Same thing. You're always bending from here where you see my hands are. So if you need to, you can just put your hands here and bend forward from here with your chest out. Then lower the hands. If you want, place your head on a block. Otherwise, you don't have to. Just keep your back flat, your chest open, so there's no rounding in your chest. And take 4 breaths here. With each exhale, relax the inside of your legs so you don't pop anything. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, bring the feet together. Good. Just keep the feet straight a little, palms upwards, take a breath here. While you do, I'll just show you the next one. You're going to bring the left foot into your elbow, and then you can just open the hip a little and then find stillness by bringing it in as far as you can and sitting up straight. So take the left foot, bring it in the elbow as if it were your child. Try and lift it so it's in line with your chest, your breasts, unless you have very old breasts and they come down here. And it's okay, it happens to everybody. That's the human body. This leg is straight, toes up, and just rock the baby a little, just to open the hip a little. And then just bring it in as much as you can and sit up straight. So try and lift it a little higher if you can, the foot. Yeah. And take a couple of breaths here. Are you finding that okay? Okay. Keep the back straight, chest open. So you also feel it in your lower back slightly, just around the hip area. Gently release. Shake it out. Because you have two babies, bring the other one in. You'll find one hip is a little more stiff than the other, so rock the baby a little. And then bring it in and sit up straight. Don't contract the back muscles. Use your core. Just breathe, long exhales. Release, shake it out. So I'm just going to show you before you come down. You're going to grab your strap. When you come down, the strap, you can put it on your right foot now, just below your toes. We're going to slowly stretch the outside of your hip. So as you come down, don't let the foot rest on the floor. Keep it parallel to the hip and the floor. Extend this arm out and then lift the leg towards the crown of your head, but keep the leg straight so you feel it all the way around the outside. So start with the leg up in the air. Take a few breaths here with your leg straight, holding the strap with a straight hand. Left leg is straight on the floor, toes facing upwards, chin closer to your chest. Take 2 breaths here. With each inhale, pushing the heel up towards the wall. With each exhale, relaxing the right shoulder. Now take your left hand and hold the strap. Extend the right arm out. Inhale here. Exhale, start to move the right leg over to the left. So although your lower body is going to move a little sideways, you're trying to keep both your shoulders and upper back on the mat. Now straighten the leg that you've crossed over and start to pull it a little up towards the crown of your head. So you're feeling a deep stretch. So Rosa, move a little more onto the side of your body. And then relax your left leg, your left toes. Good. So now your toes are relaxed. And up. Good. Take 3 breaths here, breathing into the hip. Pushing the heel away. Lifting the leg a little. Looking to the right. Bend the knee, bring it into your chest, roll onto your back. Remove the strap, shake the leg out, shake it. Bend the knee, release the leg. Bend the left leg in, put the strap just around the bottom of your toes, just below your toes where the main foot starts. Lift the leg up straight.
Hold it, keep holding the strap with a straight arm with your left arm. Place the other right hand on your hip to keep your hips onto the earth, right leg flat, toes facing upwards. Take 2 breaths here. Ground your hips into the mat. Now cross the right hand over, grab the strap, extend the left arm out, keep the left shoulder on the mat, then bring the right leg over, dropping the elbow to the earth, straighten the leg, push the heel away, and pull that foot up towards the crown of your head. Relax the right toes. Look to the left. So stay here for 4 breaths. Bend the knee, roll onto your back, remove the strap, shake it out. Shake both legs out. Just keep your feet up in the air for a moment, feet flat. And then we're just gonna do a little extension of our hip again. So you're gonna cross the right knee over the left knee. Then you're gonna cross the feet down and grab the feet wherever you can. So you wanna imagine you're sitting upside down on the earth. Then you're going to start to move your toes towards the crown of your head. Your hands are going to try and move your legs down, and your legs are going to try and move slightly upwards, so you feel a deep stretch in your hips. So, what kind of earth do you have? There we go. Imagine you're upside down on the earth, so you're here. And then you feel it there. Good. And hold. Carla,
I'm not sitting on the earth.
I don't even know where you are. Here. Okay. So you can hold it here as well. And then, good. Perfect. Take a couple of more breaths. So it just feels there. Good. And one more breath. Then release, shake it out, and then cross the right over the left. Imagine you are a flat earther, and the earth is flat. So sit on it upside down on a flat earth. Move the entire hip down onto the mat. Pull those feet in towards you. You can hold it even just below your knees, anywhere that's accessible, that you can push the knees together. Push the thighs together, chin closer to your chest. Good. Release, shake it out. Just for a moment, bend the knees, feet wide, knees touching. Let's take a couple of breaths before we move into our core. Just relax the hips into the earth. Good. So place your hands either behind your head, bring the feet closer together, or you can take your thumbs and just place them under your lower back. But you're going to lift the legs here. We're going to inhale, legs straight. Exhale, lower them, but don't touch the ground. And then when you inhale, lift, you're going to lift the pelvis a little and give it a little squeeze, and then exhale back down. And we're going to do 10 of these. So inhale up, lift the pelvis a little, squeeze, exhale down. 2. Use the core or you'll hurt your back. 3. 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9 3/4, 9 just before 10, and then last one, 10 up, and lower, lower, lower. Then bend the knees, make the feet wide, let the knees touch. Give your belly a little love. Good. Place your hands under your knees. Just roll, giving your spine a little massage. And then come up and onto your stomach. Good. Clasp your hands behind you or beside you, palms facing downwards. Push your toes into the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Remember, if you want, you can place the hands beside, or the higher you lift the arms, palms together, the deeper the stretch. And hold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Drop the head to the mat, look to the left, shoulders away from your ears. Good. Clasp your hands together again. This time, inhale, lift the chest and the legs and the arms, and hold. Lift a little higher, you can do it. Exhale, release. Slowly come into a child's pose, lift. Bring the knees together, drop your bum to your heels, head to the mat, arms beside you. Just relax the shoulders. So if you want, you can try and clasp your hands together behind your feet, where the bottom of your feet are, just to compress that spine just a little, relaxing it, the muscles. Good. Place the hands on your thighs, slowly roll up. Turn the palms outwards. Just take a couple of breaths here and move into our shoulders. Good. So just watch. You're going to come back onto your back. You're going to place the right hand into hands up, don't shoot me. The shoulder's a little higher, so it's still bent, but the shoulder's a little higher than, the elbow's a little higher than the shoulder. The legs are together, so just watch. There's two ways you can do this. When you roll, this hand is here. You can just stay here. If your chest is very flexible in your shoulder, you can take the top leg, but only if the foot is flat on the mat. If it's hanging like this, if it's doing a Carla, then bring it back to here, okay? It's from your hip pose. So right hand into don't shoot me, come lay on the mat. So make sure the elbow is a little higher than the shoulder. Drop the right shoulder to the mat. Look to the left and slowly roll onto the right shoulder. Good. Yep, you're right. And you should feel it on the inside of your shoulder. Now, Kathy, relax both legs unless the top foot can go flat on the mat. If you can drop that foot onto the mat, no. So keep the legs relaxed. Good. And Rosa, where's the bend? In your country, when they don't shoot you, they keep your arms up straight, I guess so. It's like, heads up. In my country, it was always this way. Good. Breathe into it. Relax your legs. Kathy, bend your knees if you need to. Even the other one. Bend them both if you need to. You can bend it a little also. Just as long as you feel it in the chest. Good. Take just a couple of more breaths. Good. Gently release onto your left side and roll onto the shoulder. Either relax the legs, or depending on how open your shoulder is. Take a couple of breaths. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Then gently release. Place your hands under your head for a moment. Slowly roll up. Come to your seated position. Good. Bring the right arm across, pull it in, spread the fingers, relax the right shoulder. Then bring the hand over your head and push the elbow down. Keep your back straight. Look up a little so you're pushing against the hand so there's a deeper stretch in your triceps. And then release. Shake it out. Roll the other arm across. Relax the left shoulder. Spread the fingers. The more you pull it into the chest, the deeper the stretch in the shoulder. Bring it over the head. Push the elbow down, lift your head a little. And release. Just place your hands in your lap for a moment, relax the shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to mirror you for this one. Bring the right leg forward, pull the cheeks back. Bring the left hand across the right knee. Bring the other hand at the base of your spine and bring it out until it's flat. Then look forward, take an inhale here. Then exhale, twist and look over the shoulder. Try and bring your head as much as you can over the shoulder to stretch your whole spine. Use the hand on the mat to lengthen your spine, the other hand to twist it
Now, if you want to go a little deeper, you can bend the back elbow just a little as you twist. Slow breaths, in for 3, back down to 1. Then you're going to take that hand at the back, turn the palm up, hang, open the side of your body. So just hang. Let gravity take over, hang your neck a little, the arm. So the hand across the knee is holding you. So don't worry, you won't fall over. Try and extend that arm a little further away from you, stretching it. So make it a little up a little. And then bring it down, all the way around, and into your lap. Change legs, bring the left leg forward. So when you come into your hang, start with the hand bent, and then slowly extend it out so you feel the stretch all the way down to the side of your hip. So take your right hand on the outside of the left knee, other hand at the base of your spine, bring it out until the fingers are facing away from you and the palm is flat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, twist and look over the shoulder. Twist your head as much as possible without hurting yourself. Lengthen the spine, hand across the knee, deepening the twist. Good, slowly lift it, over, hang. Extend the arm out a little. Bring it down to the floor, all the way around, into your lap. Close your eyes, take a couple of moments. Good. Let's stretch our neck. Inhale here. Exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, roll the head back. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, roll back, look up. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Other way, inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, roll the head back. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, forward. Exhale, relax the shoulders down your back. Last one, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, roll the head back. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. Good. Now let's finish with our eyes. Start to make circles with your eyes, not with your head, clockwise. Don't forget to breathe. Now the other way. Up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Suspicious side to side. diagonally up to the left, down to the right. Up to the right, down to the left. Good. Now choose a spot far away from you. Focus on the spot, then on the tip of your nose. So go back and forth. Open the eyes wide. Close them. Now start to stretch your mouth and your face. Inhale, open the face, the eyes, and close. Take a couple of breaths. And then slowly start to come into your Shavasana, laying back down. Spread your legs to the edges of the mat. Arms beside you, palms facing upwards. Tuck your chin into your chest a little. Roll your shoulders towards each other under your back to protect your back. Making sure your hands are closer to your feet. And then just slowly begin to relax your toes, your feet. Relax your ankles, your lower legs, and your upper legs. And as you exhale, feel your legs sink into the mat and down into the earth. Begin to relax your shoulders, your upper arms, your lower arms, the palms of your hands, and all your fingers. And as you exhale, feel your arms sink into the mat and down into the earth. Begin to relax your chest, your heart, allow your hips to fall open, to sink into the mat and down into the earth. Completely relax your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. And as you exhale, feel your back sink into the mat and down into the earth. Completely relax your neck, your upper lip, your lower lip, and your tongue. Relax your cheeks, your forehead, and as you exhale, feel your entire body sink into the mat and down into the earth. So all that is left is your breath. Now begin to count your breath back from 7. And if you lose count, don't worry. Go back to 7. Now gently begin to move your fingers, your toes. Raise your arms above your head. Then bend the knees and the elbows and roll onto the right side of your body and stay here. Slowly come up to a seated position with your eyes closed, staying connected to your breath. Bring the palms of your hands together, thumb touching your heart. We finish this journey with our Om, and we begin our inhale now. Touch your thumb to your forehead, Sat Nam. Give thanks to you for coming to your mat today and reconnecting to the truth that lives within you. Touch your thumb to your heart and bow to the planet. Give gratitude to it for all that it provides you. Always remembering you are connected to it, not separate from it. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take a deep inhale and a deep sigh. Lower your hands, opening your eyes. Namaste. Namaste.